Hi, everybody. Make sure you have all your things you need on hand for this class. So remember, this is a class that requires some props. So we want to make sure that we have our yoga bricks or thick books. We want to make sure we have a chair, and we want to make sure we have some kind of a yoga mat or something like a cushion. Okay, so make sure you have all the things you need for class today. Hey, everybody, good to see you all. Hello, hello. Hey, hey, hey. Good, good, good. So while we're waiting for everybody to get online, why don't you guys get started with your jumping jacks? So let's do 50 jumping jacks and make sure our bodies are nice and warm. And then we'll get going with some lovely stretching. So we're thinking 50 jumping jacks, getting our bodies ready for everything that it's going to give us today. Good stuff, everybody. Get those jumping jacks in, please. Good. Good stuff, guys. Getting those jumping jacks in. It's lovely to see you all. Big arms, please. No cheater arms. I can see you all. Good stuff, good stuff. Scarlet jumping jacks, my darling. 50 jumping jacks. Good, good, good. Awesome, great, and wonderful. We are going to get our chairs ready right away and hop into our magic pike, since that is our go-to beginning. I love this one because it allows us all to kind of come together on something we know how to do. So grab your chairs, get yourselves ready. We know all the steps. We have to have our feet hanging off the edge of our chair. We want to walk our hands down so they're even on both sides of the chair. Good stuff. And then we're starting with our presses for 2 seconds each side. You guys can go ahead and start with that. Remember, you don't want to go too fast. So you want to go like 1, 2, switch, 1, 2. Really pushing the hips out over the stretched leg. Good. Let your heads hang down. Let the heels drop towards the floor, the foot that's being pushed down. Great. Prentice, try and keep your head down, sweetie. That way you'll keep improving the stretch. Remember, guys, if you take the time to pop out of something, then it's harder to build the flexibility. So we really want to try and push through this as much as we can. Good. Mila, I want you to try just to move your hips and no other part of you. So just the hip. Yes, so much better. We want to really isolate. Good job, guys. Heavy heads, heavy heads. Olivia B, this looks like it's getting much more comfortable for you. Every week, I swear to goodness, you're bending in half more. Good stuff, my friends. Okay, stay on the leg you have popped currently. Take your hand in opposition. Make sure the fingers are squished together. Cup the knee. We're gonna hold there you're gonna count to 30 in your head, not fast 30, slow 30. And once you get to your slow 30, you are going to switch your side. Make sure you're right on your knee, Clara. Your hand, yeah, there you go, right on the kneecap. Good, 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 good. Let those heads be heavy. We're thinking of lengthening out through the hip, dropping the heel down. Mila, I can't tell what you're mouthing at me. Good stuff, guys. When you're done, you can come on out and try your toe touch. Once you've gotten through both sides, take a look at how that toe touch feels for you now. Hang out there for a second. Don't just pop immediately up. Good stuff, guys. Good, 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 good. We love this. Okay, so I definitely want to take a little bit of time to start introducing some of the foot stretches today because we haven't really spent very much time on them yet. Now, the thing about the foot stretches is they are intense. They are intense, and you must absolutely have the first step before you can move on to the next one. So and it's okay regardless of where you're at with your feet. We're all going to be at different places. So some of us may have to stay in the pre-stretch. I need you guys to know I would much prefer you guys to be safe in doing the exercises properly than trying to show off to me and then hurting your ankle. Do you guys understand? Yeah. So if I tell you to stay in a certain stretch, I don't care if you're the Queen of England, you stay in a certain stretch. Yes? Cool. Mila, you're just laughing at all my jokes today. You're making me feel like a comedian. I love it. Okay, so we're going to start with the pre-stretch. So for the pre-stretch for our feet, what you're going to need is the chair. And also, I would double fold my mat underneath my chair so I have some cushion underneath my foot. If you guys have an acro mat, that's awesome. You're going to be laughing. It'll be super gushy. But we want to try and create some cushion here for our feet, okay? For step one. So, hopefully you can all see me. Hopefully in all of your classes, regardless of who's been teaching you guys, you have heard the terminology come up with our ankles of sickling. Okay, sickling we do not like when we're trying to build our technique. Eventually there comes a point where you might sickle stylistically, and that's in our older levels of contemporary, but otherwise we want to make sure we are stretching all the way through our feet from the ankle, not just the toes. So the first exercise we're going to do, we are going to be sitting right on the edge of our chairs, okay, right on the edge of the chair. So I'm not sitting back at all. I'm up tall. My core is supported and lifted. I'm going to take my ankle and I'm going to put my weight over my foot, not on the toe knuckles, but the knuckle of the foot. So the spot where the toes and the foot actually meet, the knuckles of the foot. And I'm going to go on my foot knuckle and I'm going to press up like this. So there's a couple of things. You guys don't have to do it yet. I'm going to demonstrate it so you guys aren't holding it forever because it does get painful. And then I come and watch and let you guys know where we're at, okay? So if you take a look at my ankle right now, from my knee to my ankle to my foot, they are in a perfectly straight line. Some things we definitely don't want to see. We don't want to see ankles going out this way. We don't want to see ankles coming in this way. My knees should both be able to be in a nice straight line. Nothing is buckling in, nothing is opening up, okay? I want to be pressing so far over my foot that if somebody came and tried to move my foot out from underneath me, they wouldn't be able to do it. So you guys can practice these toe stretches literally every single day, and you can ask mom or dad or your sister or your brother to come up, place their hand behind your ankle, and try to move it forward. That's building good strength. A few of you have got to play that game with me in the studio where I come and I swipe up behind your leg and try and move it. It's a great time. So we're going to try and do that for 30 seconds on one foot, 30 seconds on the other. I really want you to think about those lines that I was talking about, and we're trying to get nice and far over on the toe. So let's all start with our right foot. Make sure I can see your feet on your cameras, please. Thank you. Good, good. You can go ahead and start with that right foot. Good. Milo, watch that your ankle's not wobbling out, sweetie. You need to press your big toe into the ground more to help yourself even it out. There you go. You're working at it. I see it. Good. Alexis Diaz, same thing. You're too far over on your baby toe. You need to be pushing your big toe into the ground as well. We need to find evenness. Just one foot, guys, not both. Just one. Clara, you getting up on that foot there, darling? You got to point the toe in the ground. Yeah, here, look, I'll spotlight for a second so you can see Miss Lily there with her foot. Whoop. Someone just spotlighted me. There we go. Oh, I think that's Olivia. That's great. So if you see how her toes are in the ground there, that's where we want to be right now. Good, 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 good. Okay, take a breath. Relax. Then we're going to do the other foot. Go ahead, dancers. Good stuff, guys. Ava, make sure you're sitting up through your whole body, like really engaging through your core. Yeah, through the top of the head. Good, good, good. Kaylee, your feet are improving so gosh darn much. Like that is amazing. Good, good. Ooh, ah, beautiful foot. Yes. Okay, my friends. So we're gonna relax for a second. Now, I'm going to, a couple of you guys, I'm gonna move on to step 2. I'll teach everybody step 2, but then what's gonna happen is if you're doing step 2, you'll do the harder exercise with me. If you don't move on to step 2, you're gonna do the pre-stretch at the chair again. Now, guys, it's super important. A lot of you aren't moving on to the next step, surely because you're not doing the exercise. I'm looking at a lot of you and you're just sitting like this. So I'm not gonna move you guys on if you're not going to actually do the stretch. We have to make sure that we are over top of that foot. It is going to hurt a little bit, okay? But I cannot, the next exercise is too strength involved that I can't take you off the chair if you guys aren't pushing for it. Some of us are trying to push for it and it's just not quite there yet because we just don't have those ankle muscles developed. So either way, it's okay. But I will let you guys know, Olivia Bauer, Kaylee, Ava, Lily, you guys can do step 2. So the rest of you guys are going to be sticking with step 1, but you can still learn step 2. Plus this will be filmed. So as you guys are practicing this and you get the hang of step 1 or the pre-stretch, then you can move on to the next step. So for those of you guys who are going to be moving on, we actually take this next exercise onto the floor. So what we're going to do from here, this is a little bit of a tricky one for me. Let's see. I just need to get myself back onto speaker view so I know that my angle is okay. There we go. Okay, so step 2. We do this one from the ground. This one is super big time intense, but it's a great stretch. So I need to make sure again that I'm lifting up through my core big time, okay? And so where I'm going to go from this is I'm going to take my foot and tuck it under on top of those toe knuckles this way. Now, you need to be careful that you're not leaning into this hip, okay? You need to be lifting up tall, 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 tall. And then where I'm going to go from there, actually, hold on. Let me see. Lily, have I done this with you? Have you done this, Lily? No? Okay, never mind. That's okay. I'm just going to keep going. So if I'm here and I'm tall, imagine I'm sitting my bum down right now, okay? And I'm here. So I'm going to take the outside hand, same side as the foot, and I push it in towards the opposite knee. The opposing hand goes behind the foot and pushes it forward. But you need to imagine I'm not sitting into my butt right now, and that I'm sitting up tall. Yeah. Amanda, can you spotlight Lily for a second, please? Thank you. So she's pulling up super tall. Outside hand is pushing in on the ankle towards the knee that's on the floor. And then the opposite hand is pushing forwards. And we're lifting up and staying nice and tall through there. Thank you, Lily. You can go ahead and relax. So my 4 dancers that I gave the go-ahead to do that exercise, again, that's Olivia B., Kaylee, Ava, and Liliana. If I did not call your name, I want you guys to make sure that you're doing the pre-stretch again in the chair, okay? So Nakaya and Prentice, you're still doing the chair. Alexis, you're using the chair. Clara, Mila, Sally, Anna, Scarlett, and Kaya. I can't see you, my darling. I don't know if you have something to make that come off or to make your video come back on. That made no sense. Okay, my friends, so let's try this out. So everybody's doing their right foot, whether you're doing it in the chair or you're doing it on the floor. Let's go for it. Good. So just your right foot. Your other foot should be planted in the floor if you're sitting in the chair. Good. Tall bodies for my dancers that are doing the second step. Olivia B, try to sit your bum down a little bit. Yeah. Yes, you can sit it down. You just can't sink it into the leg that it's sitting on. That's all. This is getting better. Sally, you're sickling a little bit to the outside, so you need to press your big toe into the floor and bring your knee in a little bit more. Good stuff. Clara, can you get over your toes anymore so that you're like on the knuckles of your toes? So even further. Yes, yes, more. Push, 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 push. Yeah, you're so close. That's already better than the first time around. Scarlett, it's just one foot at a time, sweetie. And your other foot should be planted in the ground. Yeah. Okay, guys, relax. Other side. Actually, if you want something really fun, it'll be specifically very noticeable if you've just done the second exercise. If you sit and you point both of your toes side by side, you should most likely see a difference in one foot to the other into where your point is at. You might see it. Ava's face. Can you see? See that? That's bananas. Wow. Good. Kaylee's seeing it too. Seeing the difference? Yeah. Good. Okay, guys, let's do the other side for everybody. Chair or on the floor. Remember, there's options for all of us. And this is a work towards. The nice thing about these ankle stretches is I know some of our stretches that we've been learning in this program we can't do every day. The foot stretches, you absolutely can. Okay, guys, get those left feet down. Dancers, try and put yourself at the edges of your chair so that you can put your opposite foot on the floor if you're sitting in the chair. Good. Good. Clara, push your big toe into the floor so that your ankle is in line so it's not pushing out to the side. Pulling up tall in our bodies. Good stuff. Oh, squeeze, Ava. Olivia B, watch if the ankle's not buckling out. Use the hand to really push it in towards the opposing knee. Yeah, those hands are there, ladies, for stability to help you keep it in a straight line because this is a really weird position. Okay, relax. So dancers, I want you guys putting this into your program multiple times a week. There are still 2 more levels we can do with this exercise so far that I've learned in my training. I've got 4 for the feet so far. 5 for the feet, sorry. One of them is absolutely bonkers, but very cool. And I'd really like to keep going through with these, but we all have to be putting the work into our ankles in order to do that. So here's what I'm going to do, and this is very normal in these Alexa style classes. When we have a level, when we have some people in any of our stretches that are sitting in one place versus another, we know that there can be modifications often. Also, sometimes what I'll give is a strength training exercise that works that specific area of the body so that some people can learn the next stretch and some people can do a strengthening exercise. So for those of you who did the exercise in the chair, I'm going to give you a strengthening exercise to work on. When I say, you don't have to go yet, but all that you guys are going to do, if you have a counter or something you can hold on to, or your chairs, actually, your chairs will work perfect for that. We can hold our chairs. We're going to put our feet together in parallel. And all that we're going to do is we're going to rise and squeeze our ankles together. And let me actually turn. Sorry, you guys are going to see my butt, but I just want you to see my feet. So I'm rising on releve with my ankles squishing together, so nothing buckling, any funny ways, okay? Ankles are squeezing, I'm lifting up, and I'm pressing down so lightly that my heels almost don't hit the ground. Sometimes when I'm feeling really wild in classes, and I know I've probably done this to some of our girls before, I'll go and put my fingertips underneath their heels and be like, don't crush my hand, because if you crush my hand, then you've crushed it and I can't use it anymore. And then people put down their heels really soft because nobody wants to be the kid that broke their teacher's fingers, right? Right. All the seniors are like, Miss Alyssa, you're a psychopath. It's great. So those of us that are still sitting in our chairs, you guys are going to do some nice releves. Did you guys see the way my ankles were squished together? No space in between. So that's what I'm going to be looking for you guys. My 4 girls who got to try this on individual feet, Olivia, if the next one's a little tricky, you can go back to the individual feet. That's okay. Yeah, you guys are all looking pretty good though. You're going to have to, I'm going to show you a picture, because this one is very tricky for me with my not happy hips. But we're essentially going to put our hands behind ourselves and we're going to balance on both of our toes. Give me one moment. There we go. I've got it. So this one's called the sit toes hand behind. The names of these exercises are so strange sometimes. So we're gonna curl our toes, the knuckles into the floor, bring the feet together, our knees come up to touch the chest, and our hands go directly behind our bum, our feet and knees are together, and then we sit down. So this is essentially what we're going for, okay? If we're doing step 3. So does that make sense? Yeah? Okay, so let's all go for we all have our next plan, whether it's doing strengthening or whether it's doing that exercise. So dancers, if you're doing strengthening, please get, oh, good, you guys are doing so great. I see you already getting your cameras ready so I can see your ankles. Good, good, good. Ava, you're doing great, but you need to push forward on your feet more and lift even taller. Yeah, and then pull the knee. So the tricky thing is pushing over the feet, but pulling the knees in. Yep. Do you feel that? Yeah. Good. Kaylee, knees together. Olivia, is that feeling okay for you? It's looking pretty good. Now, ladies, if any of you that are in the stretch currently are struggling a little bit with it, what you can do is actually walk your hands back like a crab and do this with your hips lifted up. So you would lift your hips all the way up. Yeah, exactly. So that's kind of like the in-between. So if you feel somewhere like you're in between getting the actual stretch, that's where you would go. Scarlett, sweetie, you should be doing releves. Good, I'm seeing it. Sally, keep those knees stretched as you're doing those releves. Clara, you're just doing releves onto the ball of your feet, not onto the top of your tippy toes. Yeah, that's it. Squeeze those ankles together. Alexis, squeeze those ankles together. Yeah. Alexis, imagine I put a $50 bill between your ankles. You don't want to drop that. That's a lot of money. Good. Now squeeze it as you go all the way up higher. Yes. Where are you hiding that releve from me, girl? Girls that are in the crab stretch in part 3, you guys can come on out. Good. Okay, everybody relax, relax, relax. Take a second, do some rollouts of the ankles. You guys take a second and point your feet, because regardless of what exercise you were doing today, whether you did the chair, whether you did part 2, part 3, you should be seeing some differences in your feet. You should be feeling some differences in your feet. Olivia Bauer, I wish I could have taken a picture of your face at the moment you looked at your toes. That's awesome, guys. The toe stretches really are quite magic. It's great. Why don't we do one for our shoulders before I let you guys go? Would you guys prefer to do the prayer stretch, or, and you guys can motion to me. You can either say, I want to do the prayer stretch, or do you want to do hand on wall? I'm seeing mostly prayer. So let's review prayer, okay? So if I'm reviewing the prayer stretch, there's a couple of options here for you guys. If you're a little bit taller, like me, because I'm so tall, You can do the prayer stretch standing with your chair. So I can go this way. I placed my elbows on and I'm walking myself out into flat back. And then I'm letting my head slip through the hands. So sorry, we do 30 seconds eyes forward, 30 seconds with my head through my hands. Then I'm slowly bringing my elbows towards my back. I'm slipping off my chair, so I'm just gonna come off here for a second. And then I'm opening my fingertips up. Now, if I'm a little bit shorter and can't reach the back of my chair with a flat back, that's totally fine. I can take that same position and make it like this on my chair. Part one, eyes looking forward. Part two, work through the chair. Fingertips coming to the back of my spine, opening the fingertips up. Okay, does that make sense, guys? Yeah, okay, so get yourself set up, whether you want to do standing or kneeling. It's just depending on what your chair situation is. Good, okay, so find that nice flat back position first, friends, and your eyes should be up in our first picture. Eyes are up, looking in front of you. Keep those cores pulled in. I don't want to see any spines caving in. Yeah, Alexis, I see you thinking about it. Good. Alexis, think of the relationship from the top of your head to the bottom of your tailbone. That's what's going to be what helps you. So if I had two strings, so look forward. Yep. And then I'm pulling you from the top of your head and the bottom of your tailbone. Find that nice straight line. That's it. Get in there. Don't let your ribs drop, though. I see your ribs wanting to drop. Yeah. Pick it up. Good. Good. Nice work, guys. Keep those eyes forward. And go ahead and drop your head in between the elbows. Close the arms up a little bit if you can. If you can't, that's okay. Nice stuff, guys. Good. Slowly, we're thinking of bringing the thumbs towards the shoulder blades. Slowly, don't rush. There's no race. And then you're going to slowly open the hands up. Remember, while you're here, girls, hold here and listen to my voice. So open your hands up on your backs. Good. Sally, think of opening your palms on the top of your back now. So you want them like this on your back. Good. Remember, and make sure your fingertips and your palms are touching your back too, guys. So remember, if your wrists are pitched up, that generally means that that shoulder is going to need a little bit more work. All right, guys, nice and slow and steady. Come on out. Woo! How was that? Feel good? Awesome. You guys, that was a wonderful class today. I hope you guys enjoyed working on the foot series. And again, please don't be frustrated or discouraged. These exercises are meant to build our flexibility in all bodies, and we have to remember all of our bodies are different. So some of us are really flexible in some areas, whereas we might not be as flexible in others, which means that like the ankle can be a tough area for a lot of us. So the only way that I will allow you to move on exercise is if you are practicing. So put a fire under your butts with that foot exercise on the chair and come on back with some, keep working that ankle strength together, and we'll keep moving up through the exercises. Sound good? Yeah. Thank you guys for a wonderful class. Seniors, I'll see you in temporary coming. Thank you all so much. Enjoy your Tuesday.
Thank you.